Okay, problem 45. So we have this iron casting. It weighs 6,000 newtons in air. That means its mass, right? So its weight divided by G. So 6,000 newtons, parentheses, 6,000 newtons divided by 9.8 meters per second squared, right? So we need 6,000 divided by 9.8 gives us 612 kilos. 612 kilos. Okay, so that's its mass. When we put it in water, right, it displaces 2,000 newtons of water, or the mass of the water that it displaces is 2,000 newtons. All right, and we know that because it gets that much lift. It's 6,000 newtons in air, it's 4,000 newtons in water. That means it displaced enough water to give us 2,000 newtons, and that means the mass of the water is 2,000 newtons divided by 9.8. Right, so 2,000 newtons divided by 9.8, so 204 kilograms of water. All right, what is the total cavity volume in the casting? All right, so first let's get to the volume of the casting. All right, what is the volume of the casting, including the cavities? Right, including the cavities. The volume of the casting is the volume of the water it's displaced, which is the mass of the water divided by the density of water, right? Density is mass divided by volume. So if we wrote rho water equals mass of water divided by volume of water, right? And just rearrange a little bit to say the volume of the water displaced, which is the volume of the casting, is the mass of the water divided by the density of the water. Okay, so now here we are. We have 204 kilograms divided by 1,000 kilograms per meter cubed, right? 204, the 4 that looks more like a 4 and less like an 8. Two 4 kilograms. Okay, equals 204 divided by 1,000. Yeah. Okay, so the volume of 0.204 cubic meters is the volume of the casting. Now we know the now that we know the volume of the casting, and we know the mass of the casting. Okay, from the mass of the casting, we have the this mass, right? Again, it's a mass. Let's say I'm going to rephrase this. I'm going to put this as the volume of the water displaced, right? Water displaced, volume of the water displaced. Now, because I'm going to say volume of the casting is the actual volume, excluding the cavity. So here we've got the mass, 612 kilograms, and so this is just like with the water, right? 7.870 kilograms per cubic meter. All right, 7.87 is 7,870 kilograms per cubic meter, and so this is 612 divided by 7,870 gives us a volume for the casting of 0.07, 0.078 cubic meters. All right. So volume of the voids must be the volume of the water that was displaced minus the volume of the casting. All right, so equals 0.204 minus 0.078 is 0.126 cubic meters. And that's it for problem 45.